Hi, my love. My name is Jules. Thank you for clicking on my video. In today's video, I wanted to talk about 7 red flags that are in yourself. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel so I can post more videos in the future. We miss the red flags that are in ourselves. We don't pay attention to the red flags that are in ourselves half the time. We be thinking we perfect, but we are not perfect. We have to be in a relationship and somebody in order to find out what that red flag is. And we have to take feedback from other people to know what that red flag is, to listen to others, to notice those red flags in ourselves. We have to be observant of ourselves to know where are those red flags. They say that nobody's perfect. Nobody's fucking perfect. Like, nobody. Most people have grown up in an environment that was toxic. I don't think anybody came from a perfect family. I don't think anybody has came from a perfect family. Not seen or heard anybody say, "Oh, I came from a perfect family. Like, my family has raised me right. They are good people, blah, blah, blah." I don't really hear that much stories like that. I've heard people say, "I have a good mother, I have a good father," but they never really say, "I came from a good family." Everyone has had issues in their life. Everyone has grew up with those issues in their life. It will affect those people and you in a way. So there is no possible way that anybody can grow up perfect because everyone has problems. Yes, no one grows up in a perfect family. I mean, we all have growing up in a family that was very toxic. But whatever you went through as a child, it goes with you all the way until adulthood, even as a teenager, even as an adult. But whatever traumatizing or whatever that you go through that affects you emotionally or mentally stays with you until the end of time, and it exposes out of you unconsciously. Like you just automatically do the thing that is toxic. Like you can be automatically toxic and not even know it. Like you can be toxic to yourself as well. Like you can be very critical of yourself. You can judge yourself. You can do things to yourself that's not good for you, and you know it's not good for you. So yes, you could be jumping in relationships that are not good for you. That's a red flag in yourself. So in this video, I wanted to talk about the red flags that are in yourself that you should be aware of. So like I said, you put yourself down a lot. Like you criticize yourself, you talk bad to yourself. When you do this, you unconsciously create your reality that way. Like you tell yourself that you're fat and you're ugly or you're stupid, and you believe that shit unknowingly. And when you do that, you may always be a fat person, ugly person forever in your own eyes to yourself. And then people are going to treat you that way. If you believe that you are beautiful and don't criticize yourself and you are worthy of yourself, then you will eventually take care of yourself in that way. You will believe it and then you do it. But yeah, you make yourself feel like shit. You don't even take care of yourself on the outside as well. That is a red flag, too, is you don't take care of yourself on the outside. You pour yourself into other people. Like you try to get validation from other people. You try to put other people before you. You put other people's needs before your own needs. You people please. I was more of a people pleaser than anything. I was always trying to make people happy. Until I realized that all I did was damage me. But you can hurt yourself just by pouring into other people too much. Because when you pour yourself into other people and they don't really see you just as, valuable to them, they just gonna keep drinking from your cup and not pour into yours. So you cannot keep pouring yourself into other people. You have to have your standards high enough to not allow people to keep drinking from your cup. You need to fill up your own cup and keep it filled. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be allowing people to drink out of you. You know? And another red flag in yourself is you avoid communication when it comes to conflict. Like, if you and your best friend or you and your other person have a fight or a disagreement and you avoid conversation or to really express how it made you feel or anything like that, you fail to allow the other person to understand how you feel and what you're going through or why you're feeling all these emotions. But all you want to do is to tell the other person how shitty they are as a person, or you just give them silent treatment. Like, you just don't engage in conversation, you don't fix it, you just give them silent treatment and you avoid the whole conversation and you never fix the conflict. Now that's a red flag in yourself, and you cannot grow and learn and build healthy relationships if you sit there and avoid conversations, important ones. You will be stuck with the same people, or you'll end up with toxic people in your life because that part of you is toxic. You know, you can't be with somebody that you cannot communicate with. It's too hard because it would make you feel like the relationship isn't going nowhere. So you're just stuck with this child because it makes you only children don't know how to communicate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, teenagers are very bad at communication. That's usually the age where most conflicts happen, is in, in high school. You should learn how to at least communicate by the time you get to college. Because in college, you learn a little bit of psychology, you learn how to deal with people, you learn some things along the way in your early years. So eventually you should be learning how to communicate in your 20s. But to me, I feel like if you don't know how to communicate and you avoid conversations because you don't want to deal with the conflict, I think you're a child. Like, for real. Sign you are toxic is that you try to control other people. Most likely you are a narcissist. If you try to control everybody, only narcissists do this. But I noticed, like, okay, so when you notice when a person has control over you, they get angry with you. Or if you have control over somebody, and let's say it triggers you or it upsets you, it makes you feel some type of way when you feel like someone leaves you or leaves, they try to leave your life or something, and it triggers you emotionally just because they're leaving. That doesn't mean, if it triggers you that a person is not doing what you want them to do anymore, then you had control over that person. You were basically using them or manipulating them or something like that. But if you lose that control of them and it irritates you, clearly you are toxic to yourself. You are toxic to yourself. You'll just sit there in the same mindset forever being toxic. Because toxic people attract toxic people. So you shouldn't be trying to control people and their decisions for you. People should be making their own decisions, and you should not be making decisions for them. And that's a red flag. And another sign that you are toxic to yourself is that you are focused on other things and not yourself. If you're focused on things that are not helping you learn and grow and not fulfilling you and not changing your life or increasing your bank account, or that's not making you happy, or that's not changing your life in any fucking way, then you are toxic to yourself. Whatever it is on the outside that's getting your attention is toxic because you're not taking care of yourself. You're not making room for yourself. So that's a red flag. You shouldn't be putting nothing above you, but you should be like making sure your well-being is okay before you look out for other things on the outside of you. So basically what I'm saying is you should be taking care of yourself while you are taking care of others. You cannot ignore yourself and take care of others, because if you ignore yourself, it's going to reflect onto other people. So if you're a mother and let's say you are so busy on your children and you never make time for yourself, you never know, that could lead to a lot of stress, and that stress could come out on your kids. You could be releasing all that stress onto your kids because you are ignoring what you need to do in yourself. Like, because you're also your own individual person, even though you have kids. And if you ignore your needs and go after your kids' needs, then you're gonna have problems, and you may take that out on your children, and your kids will not forget what you have done or said. And this is the last thing, the last red flag that's in yourself is you have one-sided relationships. You have a one-sided relationship with your friend or a person that you're dating. If you're always the one reaching out and talking to somebody and they're never reaching out to you, that just says that you're the type of person to chase. We don't chase here. So if you are in a relationship with somebody and you feel like you're the one that's always reaching out, you are in a one-sided relationship, and that's not healthy. So that's what self-love is. Self-love is about fixing the dark side of you that you don't know that's broken, and you're going within and you're fixing that and you're healing that so you can attract the love that you deserve, because what you put out is what you get in return. So if you just go your life just dating all these people and all of a sudden you realize your relationship isn't working out, it can be the other person's fault, but it can also be your fault too. Like, what are you doing that's messing up your relationship, even though this person is also messing up? But that's what self-love is to just go within and fix that darkness in you to see what is causing your relationships to be messing up. So you have to know the red flags in you too in order to grow and learn. But that is it for my video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on what you think, how you feeling. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.